Tonight, we've got some brand new reporting on a story this team has led the way in covering for you. Washington Commanders players and now the coach, Ron Rivera, are responding to remarks that you first saw here.
Yeah, you might remember this. It was only yesterday. Our sports director, Darren Haynes, was the only local reporter at the NFL owners meeting in New York City yesterday. He spoke with Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay at around this time yesterday, who said there is merit to remove Commanders owner Dan Snyder.
Which was a striking comment, and you asked the question that got to the heart of that matter. You just got back here in the last 90 minutes. We saw you sort of wiping your head. You have been moving nonstop here.
Absolutely.
Give us some idea of what you've learned. I feel like it's been nonstop from last night through today.
Well, what we learned is Colts owner Jim Irsay. I mean, he's not backing down from the comments that he made yesterday. I mean, he doubled down today, tweeting, "You got to stand for something, or you're going to fall for anything." And Mr. Irsay made it clear yesterday he has daughters and granddaughters and wants to stand up for what is right. Now, I can't tell you how many times a story about Commanders owner Dan Snyder comes out and head coach Ron Rivera and the players have to answer questions about it. Today, it was another distraction for the team.
I tell the guys, let's talk about what we're doing. Let's talk about what we can do, what we've done, as opposed to all the other stuff. And let's just try and stay focused. I mean, it's hard. I get it, and I understand it's a social issue, but at the same time, you know, we're trying to play football.
You could let anything be a distraction. You have a flat tire today, that could be a distraction. It's just a matter of how much you let that stuff seep in. None of us are dumb. We know what's going on, but at the same time, how are you going to let it affect what's going on the field? And I think as players, that's what we can control.
Now, I can guarantee this won't be the last distraction the Commanders will have to deal with. We're still waiting for the Oversight Committee's investigation on Dan Snyder and the Commanders to end, and the completion of the NFL's second investigation, the Mary Jo White investigation on Snyder and the team. Both investigations will have a written report for all of us to see, you guys.
Yeah, you don't want them to have to deal with these distractions. They are professionals, obviously, and need to be focused on what's happening on the field.
Correct.
To try to kind of shift the tide there.
But they're kind of almost like guilty because of association. I mean, Dan Snyder is their owner. He's the guy who pays them their checks. And, of course, head coach Ron Rivera is a guy who wanted to change the culture when they hired him. So he has to answer questions about the culture of the team.
I still can't get over Irsay talking. I mean, typically these owners are in lockstep and they don't say much.
Here's
so
the thing.
What's the rest of the backstory on this?
Yeah, well, here's the thing about it is when an owner comes by the media and wants to talk to us, oh, they have something to say. And Jim Irsay had something to say. He wanted to get that off his chest. And something must have happened after those comments because Jerry Jones, the Cowboys owner, when we were interviewing him, he was mentioning that the owners agreed to not speak on that anymore. But I think Jim Irsay kind of let the bird out of the cage on how a lot of these owners feel right now.
You get the sense that we may be hearing more from
Oh, absolutely. Jim Irsay made it very clear, and also Roger Goodell, to wait until that Mary Jo White investigation comes out. I think that's going to be that moment where, okay, here's the report. Now we can move forward. But I think they're kind of ready to make that move. They just need this investigation to end. And like I mentioned last night, you know, that league meeting in March will be an opportunity where all those owners get together and they need 24 out of the 32 votes to vote Dan Snyder out if that actually happens.
Another big meeting. And a lot can happen leading up to that as well.
Absolutely.
All right.